All right, we're live. What's up, guys? Welcome back. It is Thursday. It's Thursday. Yay, Thursday. Let's see. Do. All right. Let's go over here. We have a special stream today because the BGS submission is back. How nice is that? So, BGS submission. Which one would this be? This one would be. I think this is someone's Hello Kitty card. Danny St. Amour might have got a black label. Let's see. Let's see. I think this is the May one. Yeah, pretty sure the May one came back. Actually, I can just go into Beckett and look. So I think he got a black label. How cool is that, guys? All right. It looks like it. There's the February submission. Still says active. The February submission says active. We also have the latest submission has arrived at BGS, but they're not working on it. Okay, yeah, so this is the May submission. All right, let's go to the returns channel. Okay, the BGS May submission has returned. May 2025. We're gonna say over here, BGS return. New Final Fantasy. Fresh chainsaw. Man. All right, there we go. We got some new stuff. Let's hit enter on that. It is a lovely Thursday, Friday. I might cut the stream short, so maybe only 1 hour. I don't know. I'm tempted to go outside and spend some time outside. Let's see what the weather is. You know, I don't feel like I went out as much. Oh my God, it's 95 degrees outside. Well, maybe I'll go out swimming. 95 is too hot to do pretty much anything else. That's hot. 95 is pretty hot. Okay. How are our views doing on the channel? They're looking good. All right. So weird. YouTube gave me a little college hat in the analytics, and it said, experimental, keep it up. Your recent videos attracted more viewers. I think it's basically saying that because we did different things. Let's see, it says your increase in views reflects the topic and format of these videos. So keep making content that engages your audience. That's very interesting. All right. Well, congratulations from YouTube for having improvement in views. I wonder if that's YouTube saying you should do more of those vertical streams. Notably, we're doing a horizontal stream right now. Let's go ahead and ping the Discord server. Okay, so give me a second here. It is live. Mr. Alex is already pinged, and we'll go over here and we'll ping this as well. All right. So there we go. Very nice. Let's go ahead and clean out these junk emails too. We received your package. Nice. PSA has our latest PSA submission in now. We're working on the second PSA submission. $120 to AppFell. Okay, that must have been the payment for the laptop repair. Oh, we've got an order already. Mr. Alexander Peterson. Nice. All right. So let me place this over here. And let me turn on my iPad. Oh, good. For a second, I thought the iPad wasn't working. It wasn't turning on. Okay, we'll click on this. Whoa, we've already got 48 watchers. Nice. We've only been live for like a half second. Lots of interest in the BGS return. Let me get this all running too, though. Let's see what you got. Oh, it's not showing me comments. Okay, let me go into the iPad, though, because the iPad does show comments. Stop. When you pause it, it tries to show you another commercial. It's so annoying, dude. Commercials are the worst. Mister, a tragedy has happened. Tell me all about it. I don't like to hear tragedies. Check my DM when you get the chance, says Alex. All right, let's check your message to me. Looking for a Japanese no rarity Charizard. I have a couple of them actually, but they're not 10s. I see some black labels, more Hello Kitty slabs. 47, but only 10 likes. What? Hit that like button. All right, let's pull up the May return so we can find out who's got what. Because I got to make sure that everyone sees their return. So in this return, we have Martin Ramirez, Danny St. Amour, Carlos Chaveras, he has quite a few, Jonathan Fernandez, Gilberto Cedillo, and 2 Luke Lories. All right, cool. So, and let's read the list. So, Signature Nikke, blue-haired. So that one did not get graded. We're going to forward that one to PSA for you instead. But BGS rejected it, and I really don't agree with them on this one. I think that is pretty silly that they rejected it. But let me show you real fast. They rejected it because they didn't like the card, the way it looked. Here it is, found it. So BGS has rejected the card because of crude content. Crude content, they say. Well, I think they're a bunch of prudes because here it is. She's basically in a string bikini on the lower half, right? And it doesn't show her coochie. I mean, it sort of shows some skin nearby. Maybe the pubic mound, I don't know. These are just words, but they said they won't grade it because it's too crude. I think that's pretty crazy. I think that's too extreme. That's sad. I don't like that at all. I guess, you know, we'll send it to PSA and PSA can be better than BGS about it. Because yeah, exactly. It's not even that bad. PSA will almost certainly grade that, but they have decided they will not be grading that. Now, the Hello Kitty one, I didn't remember submitting a Hello Kitty card. And so this has got to be Mr. Danny's, right? Two-sided with the balloon, it says. Two-sided. Oh, wait. This one's not two-sided. So is this one just mine? Okay, that one might actually be mine. Hold on, because I actually have plenty of Hello Kitty cards left to grade. So that one might have actually been mine. I don't know. But let's get started. Let's start looking for stuff. So Martin Ramirez, step number 1, Martin Ramirez has been located. His card will now be forwarded to PSA. That's what's going to happen. All right. They rejected it. I'm going to forward it to PSA because I know he wants this graded anyways. Martin Ramirez. There's yeah, it's something like that. They said this is too crude. I don't agree with that at all. They rejected a bunch of them, by the way, for crudeness. And this is going to say P for PSA. Now, Martin, have no fear. Your card will go out very soon. The second PSA submission is being worked on. It's a 2-part submission. Now, they rejected some of mine, too. This one is pretty lewd looking. Like, it's pretty nudie. But, I mean, someone's got to grade it, right? That guy rejected. That guy rejected. This is the girls talk or something like that. Naked girls. Now, she's grabbing the other girl's boobs. So, okay. And then this one's got a boob grab as well. Those are all mine. And they got rejected as well. So off to PSA they go. We'll see what PSA does about them. Okay. Do they still take your money? I'm not sure. I hope they refunded it, but I'm not actually sure if they took my money. Okay, now Danny St. Amour with the Hello Kitty BR two-sided with red balloon. Let's see if we can find that because I don't recall there being another Hello Kitty card in here. Also, we'll look out for those Ayakashi triangles. It also looks like we need to look out for some Azure Lane cards, which I should have given a description for, but I did not. Instead, I gave their names and their numbers. We also want to have the Opus 1 Sephiroth. Okay, I saw that one in there somewhere. So already here's one of these. Nice, it got a pristine. It looks like nobody submitted Pokemon but me, so all the Pokemon cards are mine. So I can start to set the Pokemon cards aside. This submission has some very special Pokemons in it. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Are you ready? So this card right here, they marked it as authentic altered. I think that's fine. What you're looking at is a square cut card. And I guess they didn't know what to do with it. I didn't alter it. I purchased it this way. But clearly what's going on, this came off of a uncut sheet that somebody then cut up by hand, I guess. They cut it by hand, like a bunch of dummies, when they should have probably kept it together as one sheet. but it's still a very interesting Pokemon card to collect. It's a square cut card. So, and you know, I don't think Pokemon cut that. I think that was probably hand cut, but it's a very unique card to collect. It's a square cut Pokemon. All right, so let's keep going through these. So I got a couple of those square cut Pokemon coming up for you guys. Non-factory cut, not worth too much. It is. Well, and that's an interesting thing. We actually don't know who cut these. There it is. We don't know how they got in this state. Here we are. Did the person who cut that card wear 2 eye patches when they did it? Yeah, it wasn't cut particularly well centered. It is. But it's a square cut Pokemon. Now listen, here are my thoughts on that. You can't normally obtain these. They're actually still rare, as strange as that sounds. They're rare. Because in order to get a square cut Pokemon card like this, first you have to have an uncut sheet. So these come from an uncut sheet, and here we are. I don't know who cut them or how. The person I bought them from years ago. This was purchased like 4 years ago. This title wasn't there yet for me. I had to refresh. So we have some square cut Pokemon. They're calling it Authentic Altered. Very nice. Okay. Okay. Oops. Christopher Reeves could have cut those cards straighter. Hey! You beating up on Christopher Reeves? Superman. Okay. And now let's see what we got here. Okay, we got some Siggies. That's a nice signature card. I wonder if that's someone's signature card. What is that, an SR? SP? Cruiser? So I just found Carlos Chaveras' Cruiser SP. This is for Carlos. Got a 10, that's good. I think the Freeran's for me. I don't think anyone graded Freeran, right? Attack on Titan. One Piece. Oh, there's a manga in here. I already saw the grade on the manga. The Ayakashi Triangle. So Freeran is for me, and so is Nikke. Those are mine. And Chainsaw Man, which, by the way, we have more Chainsaw Man right now. More Chainsaw Man. Oops. Okay. So that's mine. The Star Wars. Look at this. That's pretty cool. That's probably going to be a profitable card. Okay, it looks like I really did submit a few more Hello Kitty cards, as if I needed more. I've already got Hello Kitty cards. I don't need more. I've already got them. Wait a second. What is this old card? This is called Rent a Girlfriend. Sneaker Bunko. Those are certainly mine. Okay. I'm not very good with the girl cards, so it takes me longer to sort girl card submissions. So there it is, the manga. I'm sorry, man. They gave it a 9.5. How rough is that? Here's a doggy. Pristine. Here's a Heatwave Arena. They're very rough. BGS is the harshest grader. We know this. You really have to send them perfect cards. That's all they'll take is perfect cards. I must have sent these in because I thought they looked especially good, and they still got 9.5s. What do you guys think of that? Still got 9.5s. Here's a nice Pristine. Here is, okay, that's a Katakawa Sneaker Bunko. Were there any sneakers at all? Looks like Sneaker Bunko is mine. Okay, Sneaker Bunko is mine. Now, here is the other promo card. It got a nice Pristine as well. How lucky is that? So these 2 Pristines are for Luke Laurie. All right, Luke, you got 2 Pristines. I think that turned out about as nicely as it could. Okay, they're going to match. They pair together well. They both got a 9.5 on centering. Pristine's pretty good. If you pull a Pristine at BGS, it's a successful grading attempt. We've done a good job when we get BGSs back. I've graded a couple cards with One Piece with BGS. They almost never grade, even like Pristine. I don't know if it's just ours have been unlucky, but we just have not gotten what we want. There they are. Okay, Luke Laurie. You're going to be happy when he sees those. The air gets trapped in those sleeves, man. Luke Laurie, not to be confused with the Lewis Laura. I almost can't say it. Luke Laurie, Lewis Laura. So close, actually. My main guy just got a 9.52. Shake my head. Yeah. Yeah, it's really tough, man. But there it is. Beautiful card. And this is going to our friend Gilberto Cedillo. Mr. Gilberto. Okay. Very nice. Gilberto, if you need to cross-grade it to PSA, we could talk about that. I'm going to be doing that with Mr. LaFlames' cards pretty soon. He's queued up in my submission backlog to be sent off. There. You could also have me crack it and send it to PSA as a regular card. That's cheaper. But that costs $5 to have me crack it and comes with the risk that I ruin it. And if I ruin it, it's on you, which would be no good. You would not like that. Okay, so here's a definite Carlos card. So we're looking for Azure Lane cards for Carlos. We're also looking for an Attack on Titan card. Okay, so there's another pile here. Let's see what we got here. We've got, here's some Azure Lanes. Here's one that got a 9.5. I was real disappointed with that. Master Ball Gengar. I was really hoping for a 10 on that. All right. Some of these will be cards that I must have gotten. Now look at that. That's pretty saucy. That was not crude content, but the other one was, huh? I don't know, dude. Okay. Yeah, these are fine. I don't know. It's Luke Laurie. Hello, Luke. How are you today? What is this card's name? Carrier Unicorn? Alisace? Hey, wait a second. So this was probably part of his submission. Also, here's the Tosa. This one's called Mogador. Okay, this one must be mine. We're looking for, so we got Alsace and Tosa. We're looking for Unzen. Unzen, okay, Unzen. Wait, there's two Tosas. Oh no, whose is whose? I must have submitted one too. Oh, I hate doing that. Well, hold on, because they're, hopefully their numbers help us. Well, no, wait, it looks like they were submitted together almost. Look at that, 94, 93. Oh, you know, even if they weren't submitted together, I wonder if BGS would have changed their order or something. Oh my God. Okay, let's keep looking for it. We're going to find yours. So we're looking for that Unzen. Unzen. Okay, don't want to miss it because it's so easy to miss these things. I hate BGS for that. Okay, so here is Attack on Titan signature. And it's Armin. And he got 9.5. That's Jonathan Fernandez. Dang, dude. BGS will actually change the order of the cards. Oh, no. Okay, so we got to remember this. BGS, is that what you're saying? They'll change the order? That's no good. I think in this event, if we surely don't know whose is whose, maybe I'll just take the 9.5. Mine might have been the 10, but I'll take the 9.5 and just not do it this way again. Call it a learning moment. Okay, Jonathan Fernandez. It's very easy if they grade the same grade. Not so easy if they grade different grades. Then you have to like try and figure out whose is whose, but I don't want to, honestly, I don't want to do all that. That's too much work. There we go. Very good. They changed the order of my cards. It was terrible. Ah, okay. So he shall have that Tosa, and we're still looking for Unzen. Unzen. Okay, now what are we left? We're left with Danny Sainamore and Carlos Chaveras. Unzen. So here's a 9.5. That's sad. Here's a nice 10. 9.5. 9.5. Lots of 9.5s. Here's a nice 10. There's a 10. Some of these sexy girl cards I did not open for myself. There were some leftover cards that we might have traded with Mr. Brandon. So I want Brandon to see that some of these might have graded well for him. Here's Kuromi. Looks like I did send in some Hello Kitties in this order. Look at that. We got cinema roll or something like that. Very cute. How cute is this? This music's too loud. I don't want to hear any more Pokemon music for 100 years. All right, how about this Hello Kitty? Nope, that's not two-sided. We're looking for a two-sided Hello Kitty card. Oh, there's the Sephiroth. All right, he's been found. Okay, hold on. Hornet, huh? Tsunzen? No, Owari. Look at that. That wasn't considered too lewd. I don't understand. How did they decide some are too lewd? That one looks really lewd to me. I mean, it's full cheekage. That got a nice 10. So these cards will be excellent for the Waifu Shuffle, which is already kind of too full. Unzen. Janus. Ah. Where's the Unzen? What does Unzen look like? Let me look it up. Azure Lane Unzen. I think I see it. Okay, so she was the big boobies girl. Let me grab it. We were actually very close to it. They might have given it a different title than I did after submitting it, which makes it confusing. Here it is. So it might be this one right here that got a 9.5. All right. Good. Good. Let's go ahead and make a spot for all these fresh new slabs to rest. We're going to place them here. So what this means is I have more slabs to price up, more fresh slabs, particularly lots of girl slabs, a couple interesting Pokemon slabs. Some really unfortunate 9.5s that I think I might crack. This guy will probably get cracked. Oh, that's a pristine. So, wait a second. We didn't find the double-sided Hello Kitty card either, did we? It said it was a BR. Better keep looking into that. Better keep looking into that. We're not done. Double-sided Hello Kitty card. Wait, we've got a double-sided Choco Cat. There was a double-sided Hello Kitty card. This one's a double-sided Hello Kitty card. What does it say again? So it says Danny Saint Amour, Hello Kitty Weiss, BR with red balloon. A BR with a red balloon. I mean, the Choco Cat's not a double-sided. Here's a red balloon. There is one. Was it really a BR? Maybe I wrote down BR and it wasn't a BR. Just trying to think. Put this back over here. Keep looking. I'm going to keep looking. Now, here's a Pom Pom Purin. That's a double-sided. Okay. I wrote down with red balloon. I don't see it. We may need to ask Mr. Danny Saint Amour if it was a BR. Here's a really boring regular Hello Kitty. Oh, I found it. There it is. She's right. There it is. Okay, that was tricky. So that got a 9.5. Now, I'm not surprised by that because when it's a double-sided card, it's actually harder for it to grade well because something could be wrong with the second side of the card. See this? Look. So something could be wrong within here, and that could give it the 9.5. All right, 9.5 on that. Nah, that sucks. All right, there we have it. I believe we've gotten all the cards out that are your guys's, and we've seen all of their grades. Let's get this sorted. So, Mr. Carlos has Light Cruisers, got a 10. Here's the Sephiroth. They got a 9.5. Here is the Alsace, got a nice pristine. Here's the Tosa, and then I believe this is the Unzen, but they called it Light Aircraft Carrier Unicorn instead. It's 044S. That's right, 044S. All right, that's it. So we have located it. That one got a 9.5. I don't know why they went with a different title for that one. So strange. Wonder if they've even graded those before. So Mr. completely ignored it. We got it in front of the manga earlier, so Mr. completely ignored it. Well, I thought it was just a standard one. It looks a little bit like a standard one. Ignore implies that I wasn't searching. I was searching for it. I just didn't think that was it. Here it is. There are. All right. It looks very similar because we submitted several of them, and I wasn't sure if it was going to be the same artwork or not. There are. No black labels. All right. No black labels. No, there were 2 black labels. There were 2 black labels. Where'd I put them? Put them somewhere. Here we are. You guys didn't pull a black label. I pulled 2 of them for myself. But they weren't exactly the best black labels. They weren't like exactly what I was looking for. So there we go. And that's for you, Mr. Carlos. Okay, Carlos. Okay, so Carlos Chaveras. Okay. Carlos Chaveras. Carlos Chaveras. Carlos Chaveras. And Carlos Chaveras. I would have liked it if you guys had pulled some black labels too. Obviously, it's very hard to pull black labels. These women look too old. Hey! Funny as hell, dude. Actually, I was scrolling through TikTok, and I was actually learning a little bit about the religion of Islam, because there was this guy talking about, you know, what your reward is, you know, kind of like heaven or something like that. And it was really kind of weird. It was so sexual. All right, there we go. I get clips like that in my feed, you know, talking about the world. Okay. So, Mr. Danny Say No More. I miss Danny. I feel like we haven't seen as much of Danny lately. Here we are. All right. The reward is, like, really sexual. I was like, that's very interesting. Okay. It's like you have the virility of, like, 100 men. A bunch of virgins and stuff like that. And I was like, welcome to heaven. Okay, Danny. Good. All right. Ta-da! Hey, hey, daylight people. Whip excited for sleeves. Haha, I'd be too. Who's excited? That's the line on Lewd and Gradable then. Yeah, something. Ta-da! Okay, stop this over here. And so now I've got a bunch of cards to grade, a bunch of cards to price, including these very interesting square cut cards. They are. All right. Okay. I think they're pretty unique. Let's just see if we can find something about it. BGS square cut Pokemon. There really are square cut Pokemon cards out here. So I don't know why they called these ones authentic altered, but it looks like in the past they didn't do that in the past. Also, I'm not so sure. Like for example, here's almost an exact example right here. See that? Square cut Primeape Jungle. We've got one right here. Looks very similar, in fact. I see the guiding dot on the other card. But they call this one authentic altered, and they just gave the other one a grade. So I don't understand that. Let me see what they sell for too. Maybe they're changing their policy on it ever since that whole fiasco at CGC. Not a lot of... Oh, wait, here we go. Yeah, square cut cards sell for sure. Square cut error, huh? Maybe I need to try sending these to CGC as well, see what they do with it. Oh, no. CGC would just reject it, I'm sure. Yeah, a bunch of these. Let's see. Are there any jungle ones? So there's a bunch of sold hollow ones. Let me see jungle. Oops, Nungle. I think all the grading companies are a little more on edge about the square cut cards. Let me check sold. Yeah, so there's a lot of data on like sold square cut cards. The holographic square cut cards sell for a lot of money. Like look, this went for 2.5 thousand a square cut Suicune. $630. Well, this one got 2.4 thousand. That was in June. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. What happened at CGC? It was like last year or something like that. A pokey YouTuber sent CGC fake square cut cards or something like that. He sent them. He like took an energy card, just took his scissors and just like cut it in half. Then he sent it to CGC and claimed it was an error. And they actually encapsulated and said, yeah, this is an error card. Then when he got it back, he released the video of himself cutting the card in half and so showed that CGC doesn't really know if the card's been altered or not. And, you know, it was a big, you know, it was like a really bad notable moment for CGC, made them look very stinky. And they got very angry about this and banned the guy. And, you know, it was in the Poke News for a while. Everyone was like, don't grade your cards. It's not worth it. All right, we're getting started. Alexander Peterson, 2 more packs to start. Oh, wait, there's some other news. So this has arrived. They changed it. It's an 18-pack booster box. They said make them smaller. So they need two cases to equal the same as one case before. And then Chainsaw Man. They're both here. He says, wow, that's crazy. All right. Wow, we're already 30 minutes in. And I haven't worked one order. It's just been all BGS return. That's a lot of work working on those returns. Also the submissions. Okay, let's go ahead and get a price. So we're jumping in here. What is this? What the hell? Huh, weird. eBay was trying to print me a label for a product I'd already shipped. Final Fantasy Gunslinger, it says $5 per pack. There it is, $5 per pack for Gunslinger. And then Chainsaw Man, do we already have that set up? Chainsaw Man, $180. And how many packs in a box? By the way, this is Chainsaw Man first edition, I might add. First edition, not bad, huh? Not bad at all. And it doesn't say, I believe it's 16 packs in this box. Isn't Roblox getting banned because of child predators? Yikes, I don't know, dude. My signature that BGS rejected has been graded dozens of times before according to their own pop report. Yeah, that's stupid as hell, man. That means some guy at BGS who has too much influence is saying, I don't want to grade this. I see too much pussy or something. 5, 6, 7, 8. So it is a 16-pack box, just like I thought. Now, over here, it says we shall have a price of... Here it is, a price of $180 for a box. Let's pull up the calculator. Why is the calculator closed? I didn't close it. Microsoft closed it for me. How nice. Divided by 6. Oops. Oh, it's kind of pricey. I'm not going to lie, guys. 180 divided by 16 is 11.25. I'm going to make it 11.5, okay? Because I don't like the 2.5. I don't like that number. So it's Chainsaw Man first edition. Okay. I'm pretty sure there's no more that you can't just go buy a case of this. It's more rare. Now, if that's not true, then I stand corrected. But when I went shopping for this, it appeared to be the only one for sale. So we got Chainsaw Man first edition ahead of the release of, I guess, a new Chainsaw Man movie. And we've got the new Final Fantasy set to open, which I'm very curious about that. What's exciting about the new set? I don't even know what's exciting about the new Final Fantasy. I bet somebody here probably knows. But I don't follow the Final Fantasy as close. Can you make Kenny not for sale? I got someone interested. Oh, yes. So let me go in. Who's that? Ayovic? Who is interested? Is it someone from our Discord server? Let me see real fast. All right, let's see. It should be under all consignment. Let's see. Your name is Ayovic. Someone on eBay. Oh, I see. So you have it listed on eBay at the same time. Is that right? I don't think you're in trouble of it selling. Let me go jump over here. Where is it? I can't find it. Is it this one? Okay, we're going to say... Wait. Is it the Kenny PSA 10? Oh, I see. Kenny PSA 10 is now 200. Kenny sold. All right, so Kenny sold. There you go. Very cool. I'll give you a percentage if you can send a label. If I can send you a label. You just send me that label and like, I don't know, like maybe like $4 to package it. We'll do the materials and the handling. If that's fine with you. Yeah, will the post office accept that if I have like a different return address on the package? Ask ChatGPT if that's okay, by the way. Make sure that that's allowed by USPS so that we don't get in trouble. Or like they don't like reject it or something. Waste all our time. 2 more packs of Star Wars for Alexander. All right. So now we can get to work. Everything's set up. The new packs are set up. The BGS slabs have been sorted. We got new product. I asked ChatGPT. It said it's okay. Yeah, you don't have to hand a package to a person. I've done it before. That's fine. All right. Sounds good to me. Yeah, you send that in. We'll try to get it packed up for you right away. Trying to think, you know, on scale, that wouldn't be a good idea. We wouldn't be able to scale a business that way. There we go. Okay. Getting a card sold is a lot of effort, isn't it? It's a lot of hustling. Count Dooku. He's looking pretty dooky. So you got 2 rainbow cards here. Naboo Abyss and Count Dooku. I play Roblox, but I avoid particularly games that try to imitate God's creation or involve forbidden body modification. What? Okay, here we are. Mr. Muhammad. There we go. And we'll sleeve this. Ta-da! Okay. And then over here we've got Darth Bladder. Ooh, you got a shiny. Ooh, look at that. Isn't that cool? All right, Darth Bladder back here. AT drivers. Ooh, creepy. Labubu breaks when? I know you guys all just want Labubu. If I just sold Labubu, sales would be through the roof. We'd be getting record sales if only we had Labubu. That's it. I'm closing this Pokemon shop down and reopening as a Labubu center with Labubu sports glasses and Labubu outfits. Just gotta be Labubu now. All day, every day. Okay. Sound good to you? Sounds good to me. Mr. Alexander, there you go. You can still add stuff to that bag right now if you'd like, because Alexis doesn't come in to ship it till tomorrow. By the way, shipping did not go out on Wednesday because Alexis did not come in on Wednesday. What do you guys think of that? I don't know if that is such a good thing. Let's grab this. Okay, Alexander Peterson. We're going to hit print, and let's see if this prints. What is Labubu? Loving the vertical stream. You like the vertical stream, Mr. Pokesly? Some people do not like it. I like the data we get after the stream is over. So right now it says in live chat that we are 40 minutes deep with 70 viewers. And so this data shows that the horizontal stream actually performs worse than the vertical stream. And maybe that's kind of a hard pill to swallow for our group to see that the vertical stream performs better as a piece of content. But it's most likely because there are a lot more shorts viewers than people realize. Another part of the reason could be Mike's Side and I have been posting shorts for like multiple years now. Years. And we get millions of views from our shorts. And so there's a lot of people who like the shorts format who probably would watch the vertical stream. And then also YouTube may just be, you know, intentionally promoting vertical streams. I don't know. Here it is. And no new people in chat. Yeah, Dennis, did you notice if you were here yesterday and Tuesday, did you notice during the vertical stream, there was like this constant flow of new people talking, just brand new people. So I don't know what it is. I don't know how it all works, but vertical was a better performing piece of content, you know? Crazy, isn't it? Yeah, for horizontal stream lovers, it's kind of sad, actually. Steven says, Strunk, $30 on Raichu. You got it, man. Short form media consumption. Yeah, I mean, I virtually only watch shorts. I don't watch anything but shorts. I do not watch long form videos hardly at all, except for like maybe when I'm eating dinner. And that's like 30 minutes. So if I watch anything, it's always a short. I don't watch anything else. And that's why I like to make them as well, because it's what I watch. And I guess the streams are in that style of being shaped like it. Gabriel Gallegos, 6 Gundam and 1 Trump Playboy. You got it, man. All right. One of these Trumps. You had a good steady flow of new people. Yeah, and the data shows that too, the post-stream data. So if we actually go into our analytics and we look at this, the last couple of live streams, take another look at this, guys. Take a look. So over here, this is yesterday's nighttime stream, which ran 3 hours, and it said it netted 722 viewers. Not a whole lot, actually. And this is our loyal customer base here, people who really like what we do and have been showing up for years. Now look at this. This is only 2 hours long, and this is the vertical daytime stream. It immediately has more than double the amount of the nighttime stream with less stream time as well. So the longer a stream runs, the more people run into it, meaning if we ran this for 3 hours, it probably would have reached like 2.4 or something like that. So it's just an immediately better piece of content. Now, where did we last see that? We last saw that over here. So this is the daytime stream vertical for Tuesday, 1.9 thousand viewers. And this is the 3.5 hour long stream that only got 842 views in horizontal. Vertical seems to be immediately better. I don't know, it just immediately performs better. Why'd that Venusaur 9? Well, it got a 9 a long time ago, and it appears to be a 9 because it's got a white corner. And this is kind of a white corner over here too. So yeah, it's definitely a 9. 6 Gundams. So what do you guys think about that as an audience? Do you care more about vertical not being a thing? Do you care more about having a lot of viewers? Like, is it more fun for you guys if you know it's a more popular stream? What do you guys care most about? Here it is. Would you guys rather see this channel have more viewers but have to stream in vertical? Or would you rather see this stream strictly streaming in horizontal because it's a more comfortable live stream format? You know, it fits on your TV better. It fits on your laptop better, whereas the vertical stream fits on your cell phone better. I actually didn't mind vertical. I'm on phone more than computer anyways. Here we are. Okay. Could be that the flow of new people that come in and out is easier for YouTube to advertise a stream because of the nature of scrolling down. Sure. Or it could be that YouTube has fundamentally changed as a platform too. It could be the fact that the reason why TikTok skyrocketed is because it turns out people prefer scrolling rather than clicking on a video, watching 5 minutes of effing ads, right? Think about that. Think about the ads that play. You know, that's one of the biggest reasons I watch shorts. When I turn on YouTube and I click on a video, the first thing I get is a 30-second ad. And then I have to click around to get around it. And then the video starts playing. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Troy's Truck Show. Today on Troy's Truck Show, we're going to be talking about 5 reasons why you should buy a truck. And you will want to stick around for reason number 4. Okay, you're 1 minute past the intro, this huge, giant intro that's totally unnecessary. You get past the annoying intro, and then ad number 2 plays, and it's 30 seconds long. The minute it cuts to real content, that the second ad plays. And then I turn off YouTube, and I turn my cell phone on, and I start flicking through TikTok instead. Because you know why? Because none of that happens. Like if an ad plays on TikTok, you just scroll past it. So YouTube's terrible now. I mean, it's almost unwatchable because of the ads. And shorts are not unwatchable because they don't have ads. They have ads you can scroll past instantly. And they don't have 3-minute long intros to the videos because the content creators are really punished for making needlessly long videos. So you get over to, you get over to the shorts, and there is no 3-minute long intro. Welcome to Troy's Truck Shop. Be sure to hit that like, smash that subscribe button, and join us on Patreon. Now today on Troy's Truck Stop, we're going to be talking about 7 reasons why trucks are, all that's gone. When you scroll through the shorts, they just immediately start talking. They go, we found out that the truck tires are too fat or something like that. They just start giving you the tips instantly. Why? Because they got to cram it all into about 1 minute. And so the nature of shorts is like, they just get to the actual content. All the fat's been trimmed out. All the fat's gone because you can't afford it. You can't afford to have the fat because the algorithm has figured out that is actually the rewatchability of the video is the sign that it's a good video. They watch it 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. But if they're scrolling past a portion of the video, or if they're not watching the ending, you have a crappy video. So that's what happened is they found out retention is king, and you don't need all this extra fat in the video. People just want to absorb the content and then just move on. They don't want all the extra crap. They don't want to know about your brand. They do not care about your brand. They don't want to know about your brand. They don't want to know about, this is what I do for a living. Please support me. Be sure to smash that like button. Be sure to follow me. They don't want to hear any of that stuff. Everyone already knows that's how the internet works. So they just want the actual content. And if the content's really good, they start to remember your brand. They're like, that guy always posts good content. And then if the brand's really, really good, they actually do hit follow. So because they don't want to miss out anything that you post. And so that's how it really works these days. Shorts are quick dopamine hits, bad for kids. You need a proper setup for vertical. Mister, can you stream both views at the same time somehow? What's the wait time in the queue, says Funny Man. It shouldn't be too bad. I think it's kind of a shorter queue. And let me get this for Mr. So this is Gabriel Gallegos. Let me put this into his bag. I think we shipped you, didn't we? Did you need a new bag? You did not pull the Donald Trump this time. I think we're getting you a new bag. Anyways, that was my little spiel. I was talking a little bit about how the nature of making content has changed. Mr. Mike Side recently posted a video that did well. It immediately struck like 30,000 views, which is pretty decent. And it did that very rapidly. It did that like in a day. So that was really impressive. It was the time window that he did it in that was so impressive. And when I analyzed the video, it was almost like it was a sped up piece of content with no intro, no outro, and it was only 10 seconds long. So the algorithm looked at the video and said, whoa, they're watching the whole video and they're watching the opening of it all over again. So the retention rate was 120%. And I was watching that going, that's what it is. That's what it's all about these days. A little piece of content so heavily packed with entertainment that you can't peel your eyes away. And I always knew that's how it worked because that's how I modeled the TheCardconomist channel too, is I felt that the content has to be so watchable that you're like addicted to watching it. And I learned this from watching shows like Jerry Springer or Judge Judy, because when you sit down and you watch Judge Judy, you just can't stop watching. Judge Judy, when I was younger anyways, there wasn't a lot of content back then, okay? But Price is Right. You get into it and you can't let go of it. And you just want to watch the next one, the next one, the next one. That's when you know you're doing it right. And so, nowadays you're still trying to find that special number, that special trick that causes that to occur all over again. And so nowadays it's about short form content where you're actually entertained from beginning to end. You don't want any wasted time. Luke Glory says $5 TCC slab should be on the table if it's still there, and 1 Mega Brave pack. It was a $5 Mario card. Was it a Mario card? Because that one definitely sold. There was like 2 guys that tried to buy it, in fact. So that one is gone. Making content is so difficult. Making it consistently, keeping up with the trends. But yeah, I mean, the shorts live stream really outperforms the other streams. I wouldn't mind giving it a try on Friday. Would you guys like to try it out on Friday? We have 74 viewers right now, and I'm telling you guys, that's actually less than we would have. Here's a $40, and here's a $38. That's less than we would have if we were vertical right now. We would actually have more viewers. How we doing on the Mega Gengar break? Yep, let's show off the Mega Gengar break. He's moving along. Jigglypuff, Mega Sublist. Here it is. 3 spots left on the Mega Gengar break. There it is. Okay. So 1 Mega Brave pack. Luke Glory, can I get you 2 Mega Braves? How about 2 Mega Braves, Mr. Luke Glory? Because I'm pretty sure the card you wanted is already sold. Did you know Gengar from Topps has a Spectra, Sparkle, and Techno variants? Yes, it has more than that, actually, because some of the Gengars you see me owning are the Top Series 2 Gengar, which is a very difficult to grade holographic card. Chrome grade's much easier, and so there's the standard Chrome Holo, and then there's the 3 variants. All right, it is. So this is Luke Glory. He didn't tell me to cut another one. I'm just going to cut one then, because I don't want him to be like, no, I didn't want that. Okay. That's a cold round. Oh, I really feel like he would want me to open the next one. If only he was here. Yeah, and you won't sell me that Topps Gengar. Well, that's one of the cards where it doesn't make any sense to sell it, I guess. Topps Gengar. Mr. Luke. He's got $5 left over. Ooh, I don't think he's here. Okay, I'm going to give him $5. Sorry, Luke. This Luke Glory. $5. Okay. We should be pricing up 1 or 2 of these new cards, huh? How about this Pom Pom Purin? Well, we've already got some Hello Kitty cards. I think I was fishing around for another Hello Kitty card to grade Pristine 10. Look at this. So this is a Carddass card, by the way. This is the Disney 100-year anniversary, and this is a nice Pristine 10. Let's grab this. Okay. This is printed by Bandai Namco, and it's official Disney product. Hey, I want Pom Pom Puri. Yeah? Now, this is not a terribly expensive card, and it's not a terribly expensive price to own it either. Just a nice thing to have. Tammy Lowe says, let's test the new set of Final Fantasy. Sorry if you had to wait a long time for your turn, guys. We did that whole BGS return first, so obviously that ate up a lot of time and caused the wait times to get out of whack. But we are catching up right now. You can open the other one. Aha, okay. Let me grab it. Okay, I'm grabbing exactly that pack. This is for Luke Glory. Here you go, Luke. All right. Snipping that. God dang, dude. That's cold, too. Oh, no. That sucks, man. I'm so sorry, Luke. Freaking Pokemon, man. Pokemon. So, I like the new design. The Final Fantasy boxes are now a half box. I think that's a fantastic idea, because there are people who like to buy product by the box, and 36 packs is pretty expensive. So now you can buy 18 packs at a time and have it be a sealed unit. Honestly, I think Pokemon ought to do that. Pokemon, the English boxes, why don't they just make them 18 packs a box? I think it's a better system. There it is. So you pull this Vincent Full Art as the box top loader, not box topper. There we go. Pretty cool. Looks good. Looks sexy. Okay. Get your likes in before you forget. Here we are. All right. Yeah, actually, we're at 80 watchers and 26 likes. Ideally, we would have 40 likes, everybody. 40 likes, which would be about half the viewers. You smash that like button, I'll get you a sticker that says, I'm doing my part. Oh, yeah. I was thinking about hosting a competition, by the way, between the daytime stream and the nighttime stream for like a giveaway. And we have to come up with like some rules for that giveaway. I was thinking the rule could be like the ratio of likes. So, you know, my legs. It could be either total likes or it could be the ratio of likes. But if one of these streams has an advantage, like way more viewers or something, it's always going to win. But then again, maybe that's just how it should be, right? But so what it could be is a special giveaway, and the giveaway is just for whichever group. Oh, that looks great. Lightning Full Art out of here. And Tammy, you're doing very well right away. Labubas attract women to you. Do they? I don't know. Man, don't say that. That'll actually sell them. Here it is. Here's Oracle. It shows you how sensitive guys are. Guys just want to have a girlfriend so bad they'll do anything. This. All right. Performative men. Hey, Perez, you mean demons. Here's Sleepnar. Vanille. There it is. Okay. All right. What do you think, Tammy? Tammy is a girl. Tammy, if a guy has Labubu's, is that a positive thing for the man to be able to attract a girlfriend in your eyes, in your one personal point of view? Here's Nemia, Joshua, Ignis. Teach us men things about girls that we don't understand. Here's Byron. Here's Lightning. Double Lightning. Tifa. Tifa's in this set. That's good. I like that. Haha. A Labubu backpack sounds fire. Ew. Tama's not in the market, though. Yeah, but that doesn't matter. She's got the instinct. Here we are. We are. All right. All of our instincts are... as guys, we have instincts that have been crowded out by testosterone, supposedly. Here's Undead Princess. Ooh. World of Final Fantasy. Here's Garnet. Okay. I'm seeing lots of cool kids. Mister, my supervisor took credit for my findings at work. Pisses me off. Really? That's crazy, dude. I mean, I guess that's what a supervisor wants to do, is they want to supervise you and then say, look at what my team got for me. I did it. I don't like that, dude. You are. You got to be sure to be a real squeaky wheel, okay? That's how it works. When you accomplish things at work, tell your boss's boss. Make sure everyone knows you're the hardest, fastest worker and that, hey, we made money because of things I did or whatever it is you specialize in. Here's this girl, Ajido, Marijido. Another lightning. Dang, dude. We are. Guys with Labubus are pretty normal. We are. She didn't say it was bad. Here's Dark Finna. Finna. I finna buy this Pokemon card. All right, there you go. Tammy, what did you think of your round? Let me know what you thought. Was that 2 full arts in the box? It was. So that's an increase in the pull rate if every box is guaranteed 2 full arts. I think it's time for Final Fantasy to invent some new styles for like chase cards. What do you think? What do you think, Tammy? I think they need to evolve a little bit. I mean, they've got a lot of attention after Magic the Gathering came out and did very well. So they should take that momentum and come up with some new card rarity types. Here we are. They got to step it up. You know, that's the game, is to constantly step up your quality. Time to cough up for the Labubus. If there was a real hard data, irrefutable data, that Labubus got you the girls, I feel that would be very important to know. But that, to me, that just sounds like another marketing tactic, doesn't it? Sounds like another marketing tactic. We are. Like if I was a guy selling Labubus, which is fundamentally just some goofy-ass doll in a booster pack, basically a slot machine for a stuffed animal. You know, if I was a guy trying to sell those all day, that's one of the things I'd tell you. I'd tell you, oh yeah, Labubus, you're going to be slaying pussy, bro. You're going to be knee-deep in pussy. All right, we got one of these lovely square cut cards. Let's get this up on the table. Firo square cut. Go. So they do call it authentic. I think that basically, my guess is BGS doesn't really know how it wants to grade these, especially after what happened to CGC twice, actually, with the playtest cards and with the one guy tricking them. They probably are just playing it more careful, because in the past, I think they just normally graded these. So I asked 39 for this as well. That is a square cut Pokemon card. Okay. Say less, TCC. Take my money. Yeah, that's right, mister. Keep telling them how ugly and lame paninis are. A panini? What's a panini? Is that 1 box or 2 boxes? Oh, you ordered 2 boxes. Tammy, I'm so sorry. You know what? The amount of 180 looks like the old amount for 1 box. So my brain did the math and it said Tammy has ordered 1 box of Final Fantasy. So 2 boxes. All right. Sent for the TCC Energy. Sounds good, Mr. Anyman. That TCC Energy could be extremely valuable as a 10 because it's actually a XY Evolutions reverse holo. But since it's a Cardconomist graded 10, I'm not asking for a full or heavy price for it. It would have to say PSA 10 on it for me to ask a full price like that. I don't know how the hell Labubu's autocorrected to paninis. It's because you're hungry, bro. Give me some of them paninis, man. Wait, panini's a sandwich, right? All right, here goes. Come on, Tammy. Whoa, Timmy Lim. Let's see. We're going to pull. What's the chase card in here? Do you know? Timmy knows. Whoa, did you hear that? What the F was that? That like hurt my eardrum. Did you guys feel that? You didn't feel that. Something just exploded outside. Wonder what they were doing. That didn't sound like a firework. What could that have been? That like traveled. You are? I'm gonna ask Karis if she heard it. Well, she heard it, obviously. Dude, that like affected my right side ear. You are? It's a Siggy. It's a signature. I already got the chase. That first lightning was my chase. Oh, well, there you go. Russia attack. Here's the demon. Okay, the demon. Okay, lovely. Mid Previa. Gorger. That's basically every tick and mosquito, isn't it? Mandragora. There's Hollow Tifa. There's a second variant of lightning, but more game-like. Ew. Here's Azdaja. Snow. Lanista. Ralger. Oh. Non-hollow Tifa. Wool. Might be worth $1. Here's Limlayan. The orcas are coming back to the Lake of the Ozarks. Yuffie. Sometimes called Stinky. Here's Elwyn. Blue Mage. Star Sybil. Vanille. You did it! Yay! Mister, would you survive a war right now if it started in Missouri? I'm a crafty one, man. I'm a crafty one. I'm a survivor. You are? I don't lose my head. I don't lose my cool. You are? And I'm a dirty fighter, too. You are? Whatever you got to do to survive and win. I'd survive the zombie apocalypse. I'd be one of those guys. Here's Johnny. And here's Tama. Let's say a zombie's eating my wife, and she's like, no! I'd be like, sorry, babe. I wouldn't be one of those like, not Clarissa, and then the zombie eats me too. I wouldn't be one of those guys. I'd be a survivor, man. We are. Here's Limlayan. And then I would never remarry, by the way. If I was in a zombie universe, I would never get with another girl or guy, because that happens a lot in the zombie movies. There's a lot of gay guys. So I would never get with another girl or guy, and I would just be a loner, because anytime you get into a relationship, the movie, the TV show is setting you up to have a tragic ending. So I would say completely out of relationships. I'd be like, this guy's solo only. Okay, very good. Look at that. You got Vanille. Would you take your Pokemon cards with you? Just the Charizards. Nowadays, just the Charizards and the Gengars. Gengars are nuts these days, man. Okay, here's a Whippinbell. If a zombie apocalypse happens, we should camp out with Mister. We are. That's right, because if the zombies climb over the wall, I'm making sure you guys are the distraction as I sneak away. You guys are the zombie shield. No, zombies are nuts, man. Aren't they fun? Every zombie movie is always like, are you going to choose to be good or choose to be evil in the zombie apocalypse? That's every zombie movie. And then it's always like, when they start forming a little group, a little civilization, is like, is it going to be a democracy or a tyranny? And so you can predict literally every zombie movie. Okay, so let me look at the oldest order here. The oldest order is Jesus Aguilera. He's waited 31 minutes, 1 box of Gunslinger. By the way, so we're blasting through those Gunslingers, and I like the way it looks. I really do. So I'm going to quickly look up Gunslinger and see what it would cost me to restock it. So give me a second here. I like it. It seems to be nice. Gunslinger. Okay. All right. Okay. Looks like Gunslinger might have gotten cheaper. Let me look this up from when we last bought it. Mr. Got the Blickies. Did you watch Last of Us? The Chopped of Us? Yeah, I watched The Chopped of Us. I'm going to be a dad. Okay. Oh my God. When's the last Final Fantasy you made a game? Do, 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 do. Oh, nope, we are exactly on track. It says I should sell it for $88. Perfect. All right. Wow, taxes is an important calculation. All right. Man, do not have trees in your yard, guys. If you buy a house, if you go shopping for a home, you better count the number of trees in your yard. Because apparently to get tree removal is thousands of dollars. I stepped out of the room and Karis was talking to me about the quote we received to have some small trees removed in our backyard, small ones. And we were quoted, and this is the cheapest price we've gotten so far. This is the cheapest price. We were quoted $3,200 to remove like 8 baby-sized trees. They're small. They're not even big trees. They're tiny. $3,200. Did the HOA tell you to remove it? It did not. But here's the problem. The trees are dying. They've been infested with some sort of beetle or something like that. One of the tree guys explained it. But yeah, they're definitely dying. You can see them. They're all ratty. They don't grow leaves in the summertime anymore. And the sticks and everything are breaking. And one of them leans really badly toward our neighbor's dock and boat. So we're like, ugh. So we probably have to remove that one. $3,200 is the lowest price. It was a bundle deal for removing a bunch of those little trees. Now they're too big for me to remove because I don't want to risk it dropping on something. But they're too small for me to consider it worth $3,200. But that's the price apparently to remove trees from your yard. So when you buy a house, if it has trees in it, you're gonna pay for those trees. Ooh, crazy, dude. That's not bad of a price. Do you still have X-Men's Finest? No, we sold out of those. Here we are. All right. Willows are rough to remove, very expensive. That's crazy. My parents took down 2 really tall trees for like $500. Well, so mind you, this is 8 trees, okay? 8 trees, $3,200. They're not complicated trees. It's just that there's 8 of them, and yeah. So there you guys go. They're on the edge of the water, and we're wanting to sort of remove them so that they never collapse onto a dock. Docks are like $100,000. If you want a real dock on the water, a dock costs like $100,000. It's like the price of a small home almost. So docks aren't cheap either. And so if a big stupid tree falls on a dock and damages it, it's probably going to cost like $10,000 to repair the dock or more, because I don't even know. And it could even float away, by the way. Your dock can float away and be lost. So we are thinking about doing the preemptive thing and removing the trees, since some of them are dead and dying. Here's Saz. So this is for our friend Jesus Aguilera. What's up, man? How's it going? That's not bad, honestly. Now that you brought up the location, that's $400 a tree. You're gonna piss off the Lorax. It's because tree not hard part the stump is. Yeah, you're probably right. Removing the stump's probably a lot of work. But then he also quoted like $500 to remove a bunch of bush stumps. We got these bushes that we chopped the leafy part down. And so overall, it looks like I might lose $4,000 removing trees. So if you're going to plant a tree in your yard, do your future self or the next homeowner do them a gift and just don't plant it, because trees are stupidly expensive to remove. And B, be careful about planting bushes around your house, because if you plant big bushes, they might grow so large that the roots can damage your foundation, and then you have to pay a lot of money to remove bushes from around your house. Bushes. So don't do yourself a favor. Don't buy bushes and plant them around your home. Don't buy trees and plant them around your home. And if you do, buy like some sort of dwarf tree that will never grow very large, and put it away from your home. Look at that cactuar conductor. That's cute. I like that. Okay, it's cussed. Tree not hard. Part the stump is. There we go. Yeah, it's and by the way, we've called out several tree guys. So I guess the next guy just came in and just gave her a quote. And yeah, what a pain in the ass, dude. Here's Crisp Shea. I'm ready to call up the tree guy and be like, there must be another way for me to pay. Because that is so much money. Here's Sky Samurai. And I guess you have to have like a license to cut down trees. You got Jill. It's Jack and Jill. We are. I'm jilted at the cost of the tree removal. Think about how many Pokemon cards that is. You want to live in a concrete jungle? Here's Annabella. No, I just don't want to have that many trees. Trees are, they're like a nuisance in the end. Because we paid $1,000 last year to remove kind of a bigger tree that was dead, and it was closer to our home. We paid $1,000 for that. That was no joke at all. They were really fast. They did a good job. But god dang, dude. I'm not supposed to curse. There you go. I wanted that, Jill. Oh, yeah. Think about the insurance. I know. Had two, like, 12-foot aluminum boats tied to a dock almost take off because of the wind at the work the other day. I had to put the hip waders on and retrieve two boats and dock. Everything's so expensive these days. I see why these girls be moving to OnlyFans. Yeah. Well, I mean, why would you want to work a regular job at McDonald's where you spend an hour working your ass off to earn like $15 when you can shake your booty cheeks on the internet and some guy could tip you like $50 instantly, you know? Okay, it's just a math equation. It's this thing we've probably always already knew, and that is sex sells, you know? When you're a fry chef, you are not doing the most valuable thing you can do. There's way more valuable things. And somewhere on that list is OnlyFans person. Of course, when you do that job, you have to sell your soul. So I'm not advocating to do that job, right? Like, you could do that job. I would do that job if I was like an orphan, maybe. I had no family, and so nobody was there to judge me. I'd be like, yeah, I do whatever I want. They're like, what? Your dad must be so proud. No, that's all right. I don't have one. That's easy. But, you know, but other than that, I couldn't get into that. That's too much, man. That's too much. Go. Here it is. Disney Carddass. I like this Winnie the Pooh slab a lot, actually. Keep in mind, that's a pristine 10 Winnie the Pooh card, holographic, too. I think I'm going to ask for more on this. Let's ask for $60 on Winnie the Pooh. I just think that's so clever looking. I'd be the richest person on those sites, not just a girl, a hot girl. Oh, right, and right, you have to actually be good at making content, too. You can't just make any stupid content. You got to make something that people want. So somehow you have to succeed at it. 10 mega break. So you might go out there and put your face and your butt hole on the internet forever and not even succeed, not make any money. So it's definitely a risk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. For some girls, it's the ultimate job, I bet. You know, somebody who really enjoys sexuality. Sexuality, it's like a thing maybe you enjoy the animal, lustful nature of sexuality. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Some people don't like it as much. Some people get turned off by it. Or maybe they lack the confidence, or they don't have the libido, or maybe they're a bit more like clean and holy or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's different strokes for different folks. Literally different strokes. But for some people, man, they're really into the sexuality, and it's just like a hobby almost, you know? So if your hobby is sex and making content, and you have no father, what do you think the odds are you're going to be on OF? Very high odds. Here it is. Mr. Shaking His Ass would be fire. You think I'd get more views? Here's Vulpix. There we go. Okay. All right. We've got Mawile. Gold. Here is Steelix. I wish I was a girl. Here's Camerupt. Here's Hariyama. Girls and boys have unique challenges in life. There it is. We all share some of the same challenges too, you know, old age, financial problems, famine, war. You did it! You got the Powerade! Yay! I'd subscribe to your OF. Just lay on top of cards. Yeah? I'll open. I told Karis this. I told her I'll open up an OnlyFans, but I'll just post like really goofy pictures or something like that. Something that will just make people wonder if they should subscribe to see what I would post, but then post nothing at all. It is Mawile. All right, Dylan Chan. Ooh, Dylan. Or maybe I would dress up like a Pokemon in a bikini or something like that. Just to screw with everyone. Let's see. Maybe the wrong community. There we go. Very nice. We can't all be little Tay out here and make $1 million overnight on OnlyFans. All right. Very good. Thank you so much, Mr. Dylan. Okay. Robin Hood. Let's throw these away. Victor Cardenas is here. Sent the label for Kenny to your Gmail. I appreciate it. Oh, you can send it to my Gmail. I didn't even think of that. That's very clever. Okay, so let me check my Gmail then. Duh. That's pretty good. All right, I'm going to mark this unread. Oh, man. Sorry, guys. I know I'm being a bit quiet there. I was responding to a DM. All right. So, Victor, to my Gmail. Let's find this. Let's find this, Mr. Victor. To my Gmail. Hitting refresh. To the Cardconomist Gmail? I actually don't see it. Are you still here, Mr. Aovic? So, Aovic, yeah, I'm looking. I don't see it. Let me check under spam, maybe. Spam. Ah, here it is. It's called Kenny Label. Okay, it was in my spam report, not spam. There we go. And now let's go back to the inbox. And here it is. And let's take a picture of this. Ooh, Wait, let me respond to you real fast. Okay, so you have it in the format of like a regular paper printer. We want it in the format of a, we want it in a different format. Let me look up the size of the labels real fast. It's a 4x6. Okay, so let me message him back. It needs to be 4x6 for the label printer. Okay, and then let me see this. Okay, interesting. Okay. Can you do a slab rotation? I'm thinking if you're interested in trading my manga Luffy that just came back from grading for a slab of yours, I'm certainly open-minded to it. We do those manga breaks, and if you know, if you wanted to make me an offer in DM or something like that, we could probably talk about it for sure. Yeah. All right, Gabriel Gallegos, TCC Mew 10, 2DBZ manga. All right, you're gonna get the Mew. Oh, I thought you took the energy card for some reason. Why did I think you took the energy card? I think it's because I feel this is underpriced. All right, here is the Mew. Sold. I'll place this back over here. And then you want 2 Dragon Ball Z mangas. Okay. Yes, you can certainly use that for a trade. You can also use it for other kinds of trades too, like a booster box. It is, you could probably use it to buy a case of this or a case of that. I don't know what it's actually worth, but it's probably worth a good chunk of money, I'm betting. 2 DBZ mangas. There you are. 2 DBZ mangas. Winner over there clapping his cheeks. Pichu is so hot. Yeah, Pichu is a nice card, man. Oh, by the way, so for breaks, I would love to see some progress on a particular break. Let's see. There's a card that I think might have a shot at finishing this weekend. I'd love to. Oh, he's not on the table anymore. I pulled him down, didn't I? So he is over here. Here it is. Love to see this Charmander make some progress, by the way, guys. $40 buy-in on the Charmander. Yes, we got 4 people waiting in there, and it would be fun to see who pulls him. He's a high-quality card. That's vintage Topps Chrome Charmander, holographic. And, yeah, he's just real solid. Okay, here's this guy. Very nice. I took the energy, says Andy. Oh, the energy is sold. Okay, sorry about that. I thought it sold. Mr. Gabriel, thank you so much, Gabriel. Appreciate you. Okay, there we are. Great. Today is Thursday, 6/29. Tim Tran, 10 solo. Did you say that right? 10 solo leveling. You got it, Mr. Tim. So these solo leveling packs are officially kind of on sale. I just have a bunch of them left. We sold a ton of them too. They were extremely popular. So there was no problem with their popularity. These were extremely popular. They come with signature cards of like the main characters. And we sold a ton of them. They went up in price for a while. And then after maybe like a slowdown in the interest in this set, I'm ready to just get it off the menu now, essentially. So that's for 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. But from my understanding in Korea, these were like an absolute bombshell of a card set that was just like selling through like crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In fact, when we first got these in, they were selling like shockingly fast. Okay, let's snip this. But I believe you're paying pretty much what I paid for them to be imported from Korea. Remember, the $5 price includes taxes already, so you're actually paying less than $5. You're paying about, I'd say you're paying about $4.50 per pack. You are. Oops. At the time that I bought these, the seller was, he's a supplier in Korea. He said he was having trouble keeping them in stock. I was like, well, you gotta get me one of those. She paid the rent with the dang mayo foot pick. Who did? My wife does that. She had put her feet in mayo and had to black nail polish, and dude gave her $1,000. What? Wow, look at that. That looks really nice. That's a UR star. Wow, that's cool right there. He might have just pulled a nice card. Look at that. Don't show that to 6. All right, so there's still hits in these. By the way, this is a fresh case, if you guys did not know that. So there's plenty of hits left in this case. Because we had just gotten into this. This is my last case too, by the way. We had just gotten into this. Here it is. And then that's when the slowdown in purchases occurred. Have you put the card grading prices in the secret menu? That's right. We moved card grading to the secret menu because YouTube was warning me that I am out of room in the description. That's how it works. So to see grading prices, you have to head over to the menu. Here it is. Nothing's changed, though. It's all still $39. Recently, I removed CGC from the list because no one was buying it. And then also, we raised the price of tag grading because tag grading was going up in price to be more expensive than PSA, and BGS is secretly more expensive than it looks because BGS upcharges you for basically it upcharges you for subgrades whether you wanted them or not. So you're gonna have them. All right, there we go. Mr. Tim. All right, thank you so much. Let's place this over here. Tim, I noticed your message, okay? So I've got to remember that for next time, okay? All right. 6, where's 6? Call an ambulance, but not for me. Jonathan Fernandez, I would love my stuff delivered, por favor. All right, Jonathan, let's start out by locating your bag. Okay. Oh, yeah, you got a big fat bag. And then you were in the BGS return, were you not? Let's take a quick look. Well, let me delete this real fast. Hold on. All right. So let me jump back over here. And where is it? There it is, the returns. Oh no, it's in the submissions actually. Yes, you had the, there it is, the Titan final season. Okay, nice. Okay, so now I know it's going in here, and let's get you a label. So we have an address for you already saved, Mr. Jonathan. If you moved, you'll want to let us know that you moved, okay? Jonathan said deliver it to my address. There you go. Okay, let's see. So he said deliver it to your address. We'll get that done. I'm messing with you. Here we go. Print postage. By the way, I fought the new bad guy, the new Everdark in Elden Ring Night Rain. He's like impossible, man. He's really maybe one of the toughest bosses I've ever fought in a From Software game. He's ridiculous. Although I've heard he's easier solo. He's really challenging. So, Mr. Andrew A. Martin says, TCC double colorless. Here it is. Andrew Martin. Good. All right. Very good. All right, nice. And so now we can continue producing these slabs for sale. Let's see what we have here. We got Motorcycle Boobies Girl. Oh, yeah. That's definitely Motorcycle Boobies Girl. She's got a motorcycle and she's got boobies. She graded 9.5. And so we'll just be looking to get rid of this. This card is not being held. It's neither a Pokemon card nor a pristine 10. Let's ask a cool 20 bucks on that real fast. Well, actually, you know, I actually did pay for this card, didn't I? I most likely got this from... Oh, she's not on a motorcycle. She's on a Sea-Doo. It makes me want to get on a Sea-Doo. Sea-Doos are awesome. So hold on. Hold on. That might have been a bit too low. Let's do 25 real fast. Okay, 25. I treat it like it's free, but it wasn't free. I had to trade for it. Okay, here's... Man, that is some huge butt and some huge boobies. I don't know what to think of this card. Has PSA been better on the return this time? Well, this is a BGS return. This is not a PSA return. So we are not comparing it to PSA. We will be getting a PSA return in the future, though. So BGS, this is called what? Owari? Owari. Well, the ungraded card is surprisingly not cheap. So the ungraded version of this card is a little bit pricey. What is this? Okay, I found the PSA version of this card, PSA 10 version. It's around $65, PSA 10. Now, this is a pristine 10, but I think we aren't going to stray too far from that PSA price. Okay, so we're going to say maybe about $65. There it is. Okay, so this seems like a good ratio. The 9.5 is 25, the pristine 10 is 65. That seems fine enough. Look at these cute cinema rolls. Who wants a cinema roll? If I buy a box of solo leveling, does the promotional pack come with it, or do I pay extra for that? I'll give you the promotional pack as part of the box. That seems fair, if you're buying the whole box. All right. Why not? So here's a cute little cinema roll. Yes, these are graded pristine 10. How nice. And let's make let's make it $45 for cinema roll. Okay, got some cinema rolls there. Okay. Oh, I love this one. Look at this. That looks awesome. Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck. Awesome. Okay. That's a really nice card. Okay. Would have liked to have gotten a black label on more of these, but because black labels are really, really something special, aren't they? Rent-A-Girlfriend. Here's a Rent-A-Girlfriend card. Her name's what? Between the Two? So it's called Between the Two. BGS. Between the Two. Holy, dude. There is one for sale for $150. What? Can't be that valuable. How's it that expensive? Let me check PSA. PSA wants $100 for the PSA 10. That might be worth cracking out and regrading with PSA then. Because if it's a $100 card, although then again, I don't really want to go through the bother. I'll give it a chance to sell before cracking it. It is a card like this might be worth cracking and regrading. I recognize that card, says A. Perez. Well, I bought one of those waifus. Nice. All right, so we're asking $80 on this card. Waifu time. Morbin time. Miss Alicia says 1 Charmander tops and 1 Gengar sublist. Thank you. So Alicia, it's going to take a second round in here. There are 2 spots left on the Mega Sublist, everybody. 2 spots left. And then the first round goes off. Okay, and then 1 spot in the Charmander. Charmander is just 3 spots away. Okay, there it is. There we go. That's a great deal for that card. We have Mr. Arturo. He says he's going to take this card back here, the Sea-Doo Babe. Thank you, Mr. Arturo. Okay. We have Mr. Gaston Raphael. Is it Raphael? Let's see. 1 box of solo leveling. Do I have a box of solo leveling? I might need to go get a fresh box, okay? All right, so let me run out and get you a fresh box. I'd be happy to open that for you. What is all this? Okay. All right, here it is. Okay, so the box does sell at $50. I'll look this up. Solo leveling boost box. Sure, okay. So, let me look. All right. Oops. All right. I'll do a little research on that set. Okay. Holy cow, that Mommy-chan slab. That's Mommy-chan. You're going to miss out on it, man. Oh, man, that Mommy-chan slab. It's a Spectra. What's a Spectra? Okay, there we go. Okay. Tossing that. Tell me what to eat for dinner, guys. I want some dinner ideas. Give me some dinner ideas, everybody. Okay. And unseasoned chicken with mashed potatoes and broccoli. All right. Pizza Hut. Nah, I ain't doing Pizza Hut, man. No more Pizza Hut. No more Pizza Hut for a while. I have Pizza Hut when I'm skinny. No Pizza Hut till I'm skinny. I mean, we could probably get Pizza Hut on a rare occasion, but it's got to be rare. I got to get skinny first. You are? Sushi. Sushi's okay. I mean, sushi's fish, it's rice. I think it's better than pizza for sure. Yeah, there's no cheese involved. Cheese is a really high calorie food, if you didn't know that. And then it's also kind of a high saturated fat food too as well. I guess I mean to say it's kind of a bad for your cholesterol. Let's see. Pizza Hut like cake. Breakfast burrito with turkey sausage and eggs. It's not too bad. I don't know if I want to eat breakfast for dinner though today. You are? Nah, Mr. Body Positivity says you're beautiful the way you are. Yeah, but I kind of want to live past the age of 40, so. I have Vegemite on toast for dinner. Make it with steak. I did have steak the other day. I probably don't want to eat too much steak. I heard that steak's not super healthy for you. I mean, there's guys who say it is super healthy for you. Then there's, you know, the doctor who says, well, you know, steak's really a ton of, not trans fat, saturated fat. Yeah, like those studies saying too much red meat gives you cancer or something like that. Crazy, isn't it? All right. But we had steak just the other night, so I'm satisfied on steak. I don't need steak every night anyways. I need something other than steak. I like variety. You eat anything too much in it, like your body like rejects it. It's like, no, I don't want that anymore. Okay, here we are, Mr. Gueston. I'll need a new bag. So we got Bake. We got sort of 11. Is it Bayek? Here's Sung Jin Woo. Okay, Sung Jin Woo. Sung Jin Woo. These are cool. Aren't these cool? The identity cards. And then we got him and his femboy. There we go. Cracking that femboy. Go ahead and get a bag. Too much water can kill you too. There we go. This crap again. Yeah, fuel, Monster, and cigarettes. Monster and cigarettes. It's a pretty powerful combination. Oof, man, I was learning about how unhealthy smoking was. Came across it in a video as I was scrolling. And I didn't realize it was so bad. I thought smoking was just like bad for your lungs, essentially. But apparently it's really, really bad for your organs in general. Because there's all this crap when you smoke. Not just cigarettes, but weed as well. All these fumes, they penetrate your lungs and work their way into the bloodstream. I didn't know that. So the burnt up stuff, whether it's cigarettes or whether it's weed, stuff burns, right? That's what you're inhaling. So you're inhaling all the burnt fumes, and that works its way into your bloodstream. I didn't know all that. That's crazy. Here it is. But I ran across that randomly. Some don't smoke campaign or something like that. Here we are. All right. Might have to eat the might have to eat the weed gummies if you want to do weed and not have some sort of I breathe burnt air all day illness. Here's Matthew Rodriguez. Please send my Bulma to PSA. You got it, Mr. Matthew. Carcinogens really bad for your heart. I mean, smoke still happens. I have some deer meat I'll send you. makes cancer cells grow. Squid Games, if it was an anime, I would get an orange original chicken sandwich from Burger King. No fried foods either. No fried food. Fried food, bad. It's got to be something that's not pizza or fried food. Those have to be very rare. I don't want to eat it. I want to be... Wait, who's Bulma? Help me out, guys. Help me find Bulma. Bulma. I recognize the name Bulma, but I don't know who it is. Is this Bulma? I don't know what Bulma is. I recognize that name, though. Bulma is definitely... guess that was a hard no. Blue-haired waifu. It's a blue-haired waifu, you're saying. Like that one? Is that a Bulma? That might be a Bulma right there. I'm betting that's Bulma. Yes, that's the card. Oh, yeah. I've opened up a decent number of Dragon Ball cards now. I've seen that name fly by. Thank you, Mr. Matthew. Trunks' mom. My mom. You can always make a club sandwich if you're a member of the club. Am I? The club? Sandwich? Sandwich doesn't sound too bad, actually. I hear that the processed deli meats are carcinogens themselves, though. Have you guys heard of that? Maybe you can make a deli sandwich out of, like, baked chicken. That doesn't sound so bad, does it? Baked chicken deli sandwich? Yeah, I heard that the, maybe like a shredded chicken on it. That sounds kind of good. Or like a meatball sub or something. But yeah, I heard that the, you know, the processed meats, I hear they give you, like, colon cancer. And that colon cancer is way on the rise in young people. And I was like, okay, so we'll get the uncured deli meats. So I get the uncured meats for a little while, right? Then I hear another guy talking about uncured meats also have nitrites in them. They're like, you see how they put celery powder and all this other crap in it? They're like, that just turns into a nitrite. He says, what do you think a celery powder is? He says, it's a nitrite. It turns into a nitrite in the curing process. And so they're like, they've got nitrites in the uncured meat, but they don't have to call it a nitrite. They call it celery powder. You know, you're eating the same thing. And I was like, ooh, made me sad when I heard that. I don't know how true it is. I probably have to research it more. But if that's true, just means you can't have deli meat. You just can't have it. But, you know, maybe a nice sliced baked meat, you know, so like a nice baked chicken sliced into nothing wrong with that. It's just takes more work. You have to do more work. And there's something very satisfying about the deli meats are very satisfying. I think it's because they're so salty. They're salty and they're sliced very thin. So something about that's very satisfying. Plus you get all that cheese and mayonnaise, you know. All our food just eventually turns into the same crap, you know. It's all just oil, really, in the end. Oil and salt. That's why we're all so unhealthy, is because we all just crave the same bad foods. No mayonnaise. I know mustard's okay. Mustard's decent. Mayonnaise is a super high-calorie food. Actually, I watched a French chef make mayonnaise from scratch, and what he did was he only took one egg. I thought mayonnaise was mostly egg. It's not. He took one egg, I think it was like an egg yolk, and he poured it into a glass container with a whole bunch of olive oil, and there was like a seasoning or two that went in, and then he whipped it by hand for like a long time, turned into a white cream. I could give you a white cream whipped by hand. But anyway, so I saw him make homemade mayonnaise. And he's like, this is the original French style of mayonnaise. And I realized, oh my gosh, mayonnaise comes from France or something like that. I realized that it didn't come from Kraft, you know, Kraft dinner. It was invented in one of these European countries like Italy or France or something a long time ago. And it's literally just whipped oil. That's all it is. It's just whipped oil. And they whip it with an egg yolk until it becomes more like a cream. It's not like the mayonnaise you get on the shelf at Walmart. It's a bit more like a whipped cream. And then, so it's a lot more watery when it's original, when it's the real deal. And so it's just another way to eat olive oil on your toast, really. That's what it is. So I thought that was very interesting. I was like, wow, I didn't know that. So I'm farm to table. I buy half a cow and half a pig, then hit up the farmer markets for our veggies. I pay more, but I know where it comes from. That's really cool, Alicia. Yeah, you know, I have decided I'm really good in some aspects of my life. Like financially, I'm doing pretty decent. I've got a lot of valuable Pokemon cards. I like the house I'm living in. It's a nice house. I don't like the taxes I pay, but I like the house. And then there's some areas of my life where I'm underperforming. And so one of them is health. And so that's my new thing. I want to get like really healthy at this point. Nathan Gordon says, thanks for the birthday stream. Streams every day. Yeah. Finish Glaceon Slab away and one whole box of Korean Rocket. Birthday Mewtwo. Okay, one birthday Mewtwo. Happy birthday, Mr. Nathan Gordon. I don't know if you guys caught that, but it is Nathan Gordon's birthday. All right, one birthday Mewtwo. Let's see what we pull out of there for you. You ready? Okay. I'm a confused male. It's called emulsification. Emulsification of the oil. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, so he whipped up that oil by hand with a whisk, and there was an egg yolk in there, and it looked really yummy, and it didn't look, you know, mayonnaise is very white when you buy it on the shelves at the store, but his mayonnaise was almost like a light yellow-green color, the same color as olive oil, because it was mostly olive oil, and yeah, it was really interesting. It looked really yummy, like I wanted to try it, you know, like I wanted to dip bread in it, just to know what it tastes like. And so I was surprised by that. But, you know, it sort of reminds you, mayonnaise is this super high-calorie food because it's quite literally just oil. That's all it is. It's just oil. Fried food, that's just oil. Milk is oil. Milk is water with oil in it. That's what makes milk milk. It's the animal fat that is inside of the water that makes it milk. And then when you get butter, you're just extracting that oil from the water. When you make pizza, that's made out of cheese. What do you think cheese is? It's just unmelted oil. It's unmelted butter. So we love oil. Oil is a really desirable thing to eat, and it's what makes you fat because oil is fat. It's the same thing. So it's really hard to eat food that's low calories because you have to remove all of the fattening oils most of the time. And then, you know, I'm trying to be more aware of things like overeating red meat or overeating saturated fats. So for me, I'm gonna take starting out with the Houndoom. That's a good start, actually. Houndoom is really one of the reasons to open this set. He's fantastic looking. All right, good for you. Yeah, so trying to reduce like fried food, fast food. Like we had Taco Bell yesterday, but I actually had bean burritos from Taco Bell. So I didn't get like a bucket of cheese or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But we had some Taco Bell yesterday, but I stuck to like some really bland Taco Bell. And it kind of feels like you're punishing yourself, but it also kind of makes you realize we have turned food not into like fuel, but into sort of like this dopamine drug that we're doing together, you know? So food has been carefully curated in order to, you know, trigger a dopamine effect when we eat it, except that this dopamine effect is, you're really just supposed to have it on a rare occasion. Like a birthday cake is meant for once a year, not for every other weekend. Look at this guy, or every day for some people, man. Wow, you did it. Look at this. That is a birthday round. Altart Crobat. All right, so you didn't pull Venusaur, but you got an Altart anyways. That's pretty good. And let's get you that birthday side loader. Here you go, for fun. How about that, dude? Very cool. All right. Okay. Look at that. We got Webbuffet. What if channel donation turns into motivation donations and you pay in sweat? Oh, you mean like exercise? Actually, I think somebody did that. He gave me $10 and I had to go do 10 squats or something like that. Here we are. Here's Wobbuffet. Okay. Maybe so that you guys can actually see the workout, we get like a hand grip device and I have to do like, you know, grips or something. And you could order like, I don't know, like 10 of those for $5. That'd be funny. A hand workout on the table. Watch out for lab-grown meat. Yeah, all of the scientific changes to food are a little nerve-wracking. We don't know if our bodies are meant to handle that or if it's zombie food. Okay, I'd be interested to see what the super wealthy, what they eat every day. They probably have personal chefs. They probably have really strict requirements on how the food is sourced. You know, they're not just eating the slop. The slop is for me and you. Here we are. They don't eat it. You know, they say, give me the food that will reduce my cancer risk. And then they stick to that. And they have so much money that it's very easy for them to do. Dark Gorbis. Watch out for soy. Is soy actually bad for you? I don't eat soy, but I'm curious. Well, I have soy sauce on my rice on occasion, but I don't eat rice that often. Let me ask. I got to know. There are a lot of health influencers online that advise you to avoid soy. There's a lot of memes like the soy boy. What's that all about, and does it have any actual merit in the scientific data? All right, here's a question for AI. The infamous soy boy meme. Soy contains phytoestrogens. These are plant compounds that are structurally similar to estrogen. On the internet, people started joking that men who consume soy would somehow become less masculine or more feminine. This got distilled into the soy boy meme, largely used as a shorthand insult implying weakness or low T in a political or social context. What the science actually says. Multiple high-quality studies have looked at men consuming soy protein. The vast majority shows no meaningful change in testosterone levels. In 2010, a meta-analysis in fertility and sterility combined data from 15 studies and concluded that neither soy nor isoflavin supplements affect men's testosterone or estrogen levels. Estrogen-like effects. Phytoestrogens can bind to estrogen receptors in the body, but they're much weaker than actual human estrogen. They don't mimic estrogen in men in any dramatic way. Some studies suggest modest effects in specific contexts, like slightly lowering LDL cholesterol, but nothing that causes feminization. Health benefits. Soy is actually associated with benefits like improving heart health, lowering LDL cholesterol, they must be talking about tofu, and providing a high-quality plant protein source. In Asian countries where soy's consumption is high, men do not show signs of hormonal disruption. I don't know. All right. Very nice. I occasionally eat tofu, but not because it's part of a diet. I actually just like miso. So if you guys ever have miso soup, but I guess I haven't eaten that in a while. Miso soup, I haven't had that in a while. I like ramen. Miso soup's kind of like another Asian soup dish. There it is. You might have had it at a Japanese steakhouse, but that's sort of like, that's not a very authentic version of miso soup. Here we are. It's a very high salt soup though, so I kind of don't eat it that often. Same with ramen. I've been cutting back on ramen a lot. Okay, Nathan Gordon, his birthday round. He also needs $100, or he needs to finish his Glaceon slab away. Let's go do that real fast. Tripping on my words today a lot. Nathan Gordon. Here it is, CGC 10 Glaceon. Okay. And let's go grab that. Oops. Why is there soy in white bread or bagels? Maybe they wanted to add protein, but they didn't want to source the protein from anything other than soybean. I don't know. Soy just sounds kind of bad, doesn't it? It sounds kind of like a lame word. Okay. When you hear that word, you associate it with negative things. Here's this. Okay. Not as bad as people make it out to be. I don't think Asia uses a ton of soy. Phytoestrogen ain't the same thing. Nathan Gordon. Here we are. I don't know. I don't know. Can't fool me. Oh, he's got a box. Mr. Nathan. Happy birthday, Mr. Nathan. Let's get these in your box. So this is a top of a half box, huh? Okay. That's a really full bag. I thought some people can only eat soy like meat and drink. Some people. What do you mean when you say some people, huh? Racist. All I eat these days are sirloin steak, grilled chicken, and salmon. I had salmon yesterday, and I thought it was awful. I had fresh salmon, got it from Walmart. I tried to pan cook it in a little olive oil. Stuck to the pan like crazy. And then, I had it like salted with like a seasoning salt. And it was just not that good tasting. I was like, why do people like salmon so much? Salmon's like this bright orange food, so people treat it like it's some sort of manna from heaven. It's so like boring tasting, salmon. I swear, like there's so many other better tasting fishes. Morgan John, Charmander Break, and 2 Poke Shuffles. Here you go, Morgan John. Oh, it's 7:02, guys. I'm not taking any more orders now. It is 7 o'clock. We will be back on tonight for the late night stream. Don't miss that. Oops. Didn't Didn't write that end very well, did I? So there's 2 spots left on this Charmander, that means, by the way. Charmander is about to go off. He probably will go off tonight. Another break you might be interested in, it's a very small one. It's not behind me too, is it? Oh, it is behind me. So you also might be interested in this mini break. There it is. This is an SAR from the latest Rocket set. There it is, SAR. And it's a 1 in 4 odds. There's 1 person in there. We need 3 more people. So that's another one you might be interested in. Let's get this Poke Shuffle. Salmon sashimi is amazing. Okay. Is it though? Is it? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. So if you eat unseasoned salmon, it almost doesn't have a flavor. It's got a very bland flavor. And what you're really tasting is the soy sauce. You're tasting the soy sauce and you're tasting the wasabi. Okay. And Ghost of Tsushima is so good. I love this game. Christopher Houghton wants 4 of the Korean White Flare. Let's see, which is the brand new set. We just got this in the mail yesterday. So this is brand new. These are $1.70 per pack. They are really, really, really affordable. Dennis, that sounds crazy, but no, I haven't. Snipping this. All right. Here's, oh, Master Ball Ferrothorn. Here is Cottony. I think it's Cottony. Here is Whimsicott. Very nice. And here is, this guy's, well, Ghost of Yotei coming soon. Infused Honey is big here in Washington. All right. Very nice. Christopher Houghton with the CH. Okay. Very nice. Okay, I think that's it. I think we are done for the daytime stream. I'm going to be back on for the nighttime stream, guys. I'm going to wrap up real fast here because I got to go, okay? I'll see you tonight for the Thursday late night stream.